woman was convicted of killing her 5 newborns on Thursday. This is WWFS News. I'm Amber Finley.
And I'm Drew West. A German woman was convicted of 5 counts of manslaughter and now faces a 9-year prison sentence. The woman is responsible for killing 5 of her newborn babies. The woman is 29 years of age, and because of German privacy rules, her name has not yet been released. According to prosecutors, she killed the babies either in her house secretly or in the woods near her home, because she feared that her husband would leave her for having too many children. She has 2 children that are currently living, and it is said that the babies were murdered between 2006 and 2012.
On Wednesday, it seems that several school teachers in England are making it so that children can not just have one best friend. Instead, children are being encouraged to play in large groups of kids. This is a controversial policy that is put into effect at certain schools with the notion that it will prevent children from having to lose a close friend. One educational psychologist said that the policy has already been put into effect in schools in Kingston, southwest London, and Surrey. And now, let's take a look at the weather with a live report from Chelsea Smith.
The current temperature is 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and the high for today was 46 degrees Fahrenheit. The low is going to be 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are at 10 miles per hour, and the humidity is 39 degrees Fahrenheit with cloud cover of 25%. Visibility is only about 10 miles. Back to you, Drew, with the local news.
Sunday morning, Linda McCollum's home was taken over by flames. At around 8 o'clock a.m., firefighters were called to the scene on 110 West Ulmer in Aerosmith, Illinois, which is just east of Bloomington. A total of 6 fire departments were called to the scene. Linda's family of 7 was left homeless and is now being assisted by the Red Cross organization.
2 men received separate DUI charges within 20 minutes of each other in Normal. One of the men, Austin Young, was driving when he struck a traffic signal at the Mulberry and School intersection, shortly around 1 in the morning. Young was not injured and has posted bail and been released. The second driver, Micah Cook, was traveling on Veterans Parkway at high speed when he lost control of his vehicle and flipped it into the Steak and Shake parking lot, hitting another car. There were no individuals in the vehicle at the time. Cook was arrested and has also been released. And here's a quick weather update.
Now for your extended weather forecast. On Saturday, there is a high of 48 degrees and a low of 28. It is going to be chilly with intervals of clouds and sunshine. On Sunday, there is a high of 37 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 26 degrees. It is breezy and colder with periods of snow tapering off, accumulating an additional 1 to 3 inches of snow. On Monday, it is going to be a high of 36 degrees and a low of 22 degrees. It will be cloudy and windy and cold with a couple of flurries. On Tuesday, there's a high of 39 degrees and a low of 22 degrees. It's going to be mostly cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries. On Wednesday, there will be a high of 43 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 30 degrees, partly sunny and a little chilly. On Thursday, it will be 47 degrees with a low of 38 degrees. It will be chilly and a chance for rain or snow shower in the morning, and there's a chance of little rain in the evening. On Friday, there is a high of 59 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 42 degrees Fahrenheit. It will be cloudy and milder with a shower possible. Now a look into your national news.
3 Illinois residents were killed in a car crash in Lake County, Florida, while camping. The crash involved 2 vehicles. The accident is still under investigation, but it is said that speed may be a factor. Police have reported that Ronald Horton of Camp Grove was traveling northbound, and he lost control of his vehicle and struck into a pickup truck in the other lane. Horton was thrown from his vehicle and pronounced dead, along with the other passengers in the car, Michael Seaver and Drew Bannister. Horton was convicted of reckless homicide once before and killed his cousin, and he was released from prison in 2003. The driver of the pickup was not injured as a result of this crash.
plane crashed into several homes in South Bend, Indiana, killing 4 people, 2 that were aboard the plane and 2 that were on the ground. The other 2 passengers in the private plane were injured, along with 1 other resident on the ground. Rescue crews are still looking for other possible victims. Reports say that the plane was believed to be a Learjet. The plane took off from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and was set to land at the South Bend Regional Airport. The pilot had called for assistance due to technical problems but failed to land safely. Residents were evacuated because of a gas leak, and the National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the scene. Let's take a look at sports with Nia Wells.
Thanks, Amber. It has been reported that head coach Ben Hallen has been fired by UCLA. Hallen has failed to lead the program past the round of 32 after bringing them to the Final Four 3 consecutive seasons between 2006 and 2008. The administration that called for Hallen's job has grown over the past season, but the turning point came when there was a loss in the NCAA tournament to the 11-seeded Minnesota Gophers. After Hallen took over Steve Lavin's position in 2003, it only took him 3 seasons to get the Bruins to the Final Four. Soon following the straight appearance with no titles to show for the season, the team quickly went into the other direction. In other sports news, it has been decided that Brian Urlacher will not return to play for the Chicago Bears in the 2013 season. In talks, Urlacher, the linebacker for 13 years, were unable to agree upon a deal with the Bears. General manager Phil Emery said, quote, "Brian has been an elite player in our league for over a decade. He has showed leadership and helped develop a winning culture over his time with the Bears. We appreciate all he has given our team on and off the field. Brian will always be welcomed as a member of our Bears." Urlacher has participated in 182 games for Chicago, had 1,229 tackles, 41 sacks, 22 interceptions, 15 fumbles, and 2 touchdowns. It has also been rumored that the 34-year-old is in discussion with Minnesota Vikings. Miami Heat has won 25 straight games, but are still not pleased with themselves. From the perspective of the Heat, it is almost like they are slumping and striking after facing double-digit defeats in 3 consecutive games, but finding a way to come out on top. Forward Shane Battier said, quote, "We're winning all games, but we have a lot of room from improvement. We have not started well the last couple games, and our defense focus has not been there. They are moving closer to the NBA record of 33 straight wins by the LA Lakers, but their concern is that they are nowhere near the playoff gear with only 14 remaining. They will play the next game against Charlotte on Sunday." And now, here's your weather update for tomorrow with Chelsea Smith.
Tomorrow's temperature will be around 33 degrees with a low of 25 degrees. There is an accumulating 1 to 3 inches of snow, so you better layer up for the colder weather. Back to you, Amber and Drew.
Thanks, Chelsea. And this has been your WWFS News. I'm Amber Finley.
And I'm Drew West. Thank you and have a great evening.